So far in this series, we've been shifting away from our role as an implementer to be an advisor. We've worked hard to win trust, to define our strategy, and to shape the way the organization approaches user experience. But just because people agree with your strategy doesn't mean they're ready to run with it. Most stakeholders are busy. Many aren't very confident in the idea of doing UX themselves, and now you're asking them to handle things like user research, testing, and prototyping. And that can feel like a lot. If you want others to embrace user-centered practices, you need to make it as easy for them as possible. And that's why one of the most valuable contributions you can make as a UX leader is to create resources that lower the barrier to entry. These resources are like stepping stones. They make it easier for people to do things the right way without needing to start from scratch or second guess themselves. And in my experience, there are 4 types of resources that offer the biggest return for your time. The first is creating a design system. A design system helps your team move faster and more confidently. It bakes UX best practice into the UI itself, making consistency and usability the default. It's an especially powerful tool for anyone that prototypes pages or builds new features. And it's one that we're going to go into in the next lesson. Your colleagues don't have time to research survey platforms, testing tools, and recruitment services, so you need to save them the hassle. Offer them a curated list of tools that they can easily use and fit into their organization's context. Even better, give them a bit of guidance and training on how to start using them. This helps people act quickly and correctly without the need to consult you every time. Next up, we've got a preferred supplier list. Sometimes stakeholders simply can't do the work themselves, and that's okay. But when they turn to external help, they risk choosing a vendor that doesn't share your UX standards. A vetted list of trusted suppliers will ensure quality, avoid procurement headaches, and save everyone time. It also reinforces your role as a strategic advisor and not just as a service provider. And finally, if people are running their own projects, they're going to need to start with some understanding of who their users are. So you can provide a library of existing research segmented by audience, goal, or product line, giving them a head start. It also helps avoid duplicated effort and ensures that your teams are not working in the dark. They'll still need to run their own project-specific research, but this is at least a foundation that gives them something solid to build upon. Now, I know all of this can sound like a lot of work, but don't worry, we're going to unpack each in the coming lessons. For now, I want you to think of that as a blueprint for the next phase of influence. These resources are how you go from supporting a few projects to shaping how the entire organization delivers user experience. They're also the key to breaking the bottleneck. If you've been stretched thin trying to own UX on every touch point, this is your way out. So in the next lesson, we're going to dive into the first resource on the list, which is a design system. This is often the easiest place to start, and it has an outsized impact very quickly. Until then, I want you to take a moment to reflect. Which of the resources we've discussed already exist in your organizations, and which ones can you start sketching out? And if you're struggling, send me an email to paul@boagworld.com. I'm happy to talk you through it.